Have you ever noticed that there's a constant stream of thoughts running through your head, a non-stop inner dialogue narrating your life, judging situations, or maybe replaying the past? Today we're going to explore the incredible power of simply observing this mental activity, learning how to step back and witness your thoughts without getting sucked in or swept away by them is a massive step on the path of greater awareness and inner peace. Most of us are so identified by our thoughts that we believe they are us. We don't realize that there's a difference between the thinker and the thoughts themselves. It's kind of like watching a movie and believing that you're the main character, completely caught up in the drama. But what if you could step back from the screen and see the movie for what it is? Just a series of moving images and sounds. Now, I'm not saying that to put anybody off movies. I'm a massive fan myself. But I just thought it was a really interesting analogy that pretty much everybody can understand, right? Your thoughts are similar. They're just mental events, stories that our minds create. And the key here is to recognize that you are the awareness behind these thoughts, the silent observer, not the thoughts themselves. And this recognition is where true freedom begins. When we're completely caught up in our thoughts, we lose touch with the present moment, with the isness of what's actually happening. We're so busy judging and analyzing and projecting into the future that we miss the beauty and the richness of now. Imagine you're out walking in nature. Instead of truly seeing the trees or hearing the birds or feeling the breeze, you're lost in some mental argument or some worry about tomorrow, which makes you miss the reality of the experience. Learning to separate this pure, unfiltered experience of the present moment from your mind's interpretation of the moment is a fundamental shift in consciousness. It allows you to connect with a deeper sense of peace and of presence. Another thought here. Have you ever noticed how easily you can get triggered by certain people, or maybe certain situations? It's almost like your mind just takes over and you can react in ways that you might later regret. This happens when unconscious patterns and past conditioning are activated. Someone says something and suddenly you're not actually responding to what they said, but to a whole history of stored emotions and beliefs. In those moments, it is incredibly difficult to see the situation clearly. You're trapped in your mind's story, and your behavior is driven by that story. The more aware you become of your own mental patterns, the better equipped you are to recognize when you're being triggered and to choose a more conscious and thought-out response. Let's move on to the journey of awakening. This is essentially a journey from unconsciousness to consciousness. It's learning how to observe your mind, how to recognize its patterns, and how to disidentify with these old stories. And this isn't about stopping your thoughts. I mean, that's impossible, right? It's about creating space around your thoughts so they no longer control you. And as you become more aware, you begin to see the world and yourself with greater clarity and compassion. You understand that everyone is operating from their own current level of consciousness, and that suffering often arises through lack of awareness. This understanding fosters forgiveness, both for yourself and for others. Now, there are many, many other ways that this can help you. But as we can see, the power of observation is almost like a key to unlock a more peaceful and fulfilling life by learning to step back from that constant chatter of your mind. You can connect with the present moment, respond to situations with a greater awareness, and cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace. So I encourage you to experiment with this practice, even for a few minutes each day. Simply sit quietly and observe your thoughts without judgment. And I like to think of them as clouds drifting through your mind, letting them drift in and drift out without becoming attached to them. This simple act can be profoundly transformative. So what are your experiences observing your own mind? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more explorations into consciousness and well-being. As always, thank you for watching, and until then, I will see you next time.